ロサンゼルスドジャースの大谷翔平が日本時間8日、本拠地ドジャースタジアムで行われたコロラドロッキーズ戦に1番 DH で先発出場しました。大谷は第1打席で今季20号ソロを放ち、メジャー通算300本塁打の偉業を達成。アレックス・ロドリゲスの1117試合を上回り、史上5番目のスピード記録となりました。初回、ロッキーズ先発のマイケル・ロレンゼンと対戦した大谷は、カウント2対0からの3球目、真ん中に甘く入った 93.3 マイル、およそ 150.2 キロのシンカーを完璧に捉えました。打球速度 112.2 マイル、およそ 180.6 キロ、飛距離409フィート、およそ 124.7 メートルの強烈な一打は、バックスクリーン左へ飛び込む先頭打者ホームランとなりました。この快挙を受け、試合後には大谷を称える声が相次いでいます。これらの模様を日本語字幕付きでご紹介します。
Hi, John. Well, ahead of Shohei Ohtani's last start, they had actually pushed him back a few days. And now with talking to Dave Roberts and the organization, they found ways to kind of manipulate his schedule heading into the All-Star break. So with being pushed back, that means he had his last start on Friday against the Padres. His next one is going to be this upcoming Friday against the Diamondbacks. Then allowing for not too much time in between, which would be his following start after the All-Star break. Dave Roberts today talked about just what the pitching plan is going to be for him moving forward, closing out this first half of the regular season, and what it's likely going to look like come the All-Star game, which is now only a week away, guys.
Yep, as I sit here right now, he's still lining for Friday, yes.
Is there anything that could change that?
You know, as he goes through the next couple days, if he doesn't feel great, we'll pivot, and we're prepared to pivot, but as we sit here, I don't see that changing.
Has he said anything about the biceps?
Nope, not a word.
Catch play been normal since?
Catch plays normal, and I think he's going to go out there again today to stretch it out a little bit. But yeah, from the training staff, from Shohei, everything is where it needs to be.
I'm sure everyone would love to see Shohei pitch in the All-Star game, DH, do the home run derby, everything. How much of that would you just like him to say no and get 4 days off?
You know, I think that I would love it, but I do think that when you're Shohei, he understands the responsibility he has. So I do think that there's a middle for what's best for him, what potentially could be downside, but also what's best for the game. So don't see him in the home run derby, don't see him pitching, but I do see him taking in a bat or two, yes.
During Shohei Ohtani's last start, which was on Friday, as I mentioned, against the Padres, he was pinch hit for in that 7th inning by Miguel Rojas, which led to questions as to what kind of was happening there. And he had shared that his bicep, that right bicep, had tightened up just a bit, so that he was out of the lineup the next day. It seems like the bicep is a thing of the past now. He's given it time to heal and recover. So Dave Roberts does expect him to make his next start on Friday against the Diamondbacks, but that would take him out of being in a position to pitch in that All-Star game. So at this point, that is no longer on the table for him to be pitching, but they do expect him still to be in as the DH. But like Dave Roberts said today, it's likely only going to be a few at-bats, still allowing him time to recover and reach that for the second half of the season, guys.
We heard Dave Roberts say last night that Shohei started to look like Shohei again in that game, at least offensively. He'd been hitting just over 220 for about a 3-week stretch, but then he had his first 3-hit game last night in more than a month. Jared, just goes to show you can't keep the big show down for long.
Yeah, I love the way he stayed inside a lot of baseballs last night. He also hit, the out he made was an absolute rocket. So he looks hitterish. He looks strong at the plate. And anytime you see this, him staying inside the baseball, especially against a left-handed pitcher and hitting a bomb the other way, you know he's right. That was great to see last night.
You know, we've also heard that he's been dealing with some things. We've heard the bicep that he had to be dealing with a little bit, also the left knee as well. So that's something. So that, all that, you know, regardless if you're saying you feel okay, there are times even your body subconsciously tries to protect itself to make sure you don't hurt. And that sometimes can affect maybe your swing a little bit, what have you. But nonetheless, even if you're talking about hitting 220, even if he hasn't had a 3-hit game in a long time, he also gets pitched around an awful lot too. So those get minimized. Those 3-hit games get minimized because the other team goes, I don't want to face this guy, whether it's intentionally walk or the good old intentional walk to see if he's going to go chase out of the zone. So still dangerous, obviously, still at the top there, and he's still must-see TV.
Well, he's got a lot of pitches, right? A menu to choose from, and really, he's a guy that you're just trying to find square up.
High line drive, center field, carries over the wall. 300 for Shohei Ohtani. It was a line drive that just kept on rising, kept on climbing. And it's the 300th home run of Shohei Ohtani's Major League career.
Man, I wasn't even partway through the introduction of Lorenzen, right? That ball's in the center field seats.
It's like an airplane taking off.
I just can't imagine you're starting a game and the first guy you have to face is Ohtani. I mean, that's just daunting. You can't get into the groove. You can't, you better be heated up, ready to go mid-game form on the first pitch.
And that's even if you're feeling good about yourself.
Right.
We just gave you Lorenzen's numbers. 299 last night, 300 tonight, and in 2 games in this series, 2 home runs and 5 knocked in. Now Dave Roberts is saying, yeah, he knows right where he is. He knows he's at 299, but that one of his superpowers is his ability to focus on whatever he has to. Focus on his work and then to let things happen. And I'm sure you can attest to being on the verge of milestones. A lot of times they don't happen until you let them.
Yeah, he's trying to chase him. And with Ohtani last night, remember, he led off the line drive to center. I think it was 111 or something. That ball right there, 112. That's what I marvel at, is that Shohei, whether it's on the mound or even at the plate, he is ready to roll beyond, you're not even wasting any time.
Ain't no easing into the game for him.
A feel for his slider or a feel for his fastball.
Shohei lines this ball to deep center field, and that is number 300 of his major league career.
I mean, you knew it wasn't going to take long for Ohtani. When he's sitting on a historic number, he wants to get it out of the way. 300. I mean, baseball's unicorn. It feels like everything he does is historic.
That was a line drive that went 411 feet.
He's something else.
You run out of superlatives, Corey Sullivan, to describe just how great he is.
You really do. I think the best thing you can do is sit here in awe and be grateful that we're present for it.
Well, going back to Ohtani, his 300th career home run, and this ball comes off the bat at 112 miles an hour. Everything about him is just stare at it. That's a line drive to center field for most humans. But Ohtani's not. He's a robot. Built for baseball.
Earlier, and we discussed this again last night, but earlier I mentioned the fact that because the Dodgers are so comfortably ahead in what's a rather mediocre NL West. In fact, they're the only team above 500 coming into play tonight. Arizona is in second at 45 and 45. It allows them the luxury to let guys get healthy, rest guys. And I was thinking about, remember a couple years ago, all we were talking about was Ohtani making a new club, the 50-50 club. Later in the year or in the postseason, you could see Ohtani looking to steal bases when they have great value. He's not going to do it in July.
No, he only has 6 stolen bases this year.
But you know what I mean? It's still part of his tool set.
Oh, yeah. There's nothing on the field he can't do.
There is nothing he can't do.
And if he played defense, I'm sure if he was a right fielder, he'd be a platinum defensive right fielder. There's no question.
Absolutely.
I think he's smart enough not to put the gear on, though.
Catch.
Your moment of the game, Jared. We got to go Access 360 on the big show.
We know the legendary Shohei Ohtani's up there. First inning gets a fastball, outer half, then down. He's going to get something middle, and does not miss it. A sinker that really doesn't sink. This is a line drive home run. Outstanding job of Shohei Ohtani staying on this pitch. We're going to take another look at it. Stay square, head down on contact, exit velo, 112. Launch angle, I'm not stuttering. This is 19 degrees. Anytime it's under 21 degrees, it's a line drive. Outstanding job, Shohei Ohtani, to put us on the board. Not one, not two, but 300 career homers. So impressive.
And the fifth fastest to ever do it, number one on the list, is Aaron Judge. He did it in under 1,000 game, which is, it's absurd. Then you see Ralph Kiner, Ryan Howard of the Phillies, Juan Gonzalez, and then Shohei, 1,102 games.
Shohei hit the number 300 in the first inning. And you already talked about it yesterday, but could you talk about his achievement?
Yeah, it was quite the homer. I mean, it was 119 off the bat. Low launch angle. I mean, it was squared up. Got out in a hurry, and 300. He got there pretty quickly for us. Yeah, I just marvel at him every day. So 300 is a big number.
You said yesterday you kind of imagined 500 for him one day. Do you think he can keep up like the rate that he's been slugging at these past couple of years?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, he just had a birthday yesterday. Still young. Still strong, so I definitely think 500 is in his future.